Hey everybody, I'm Chris, this is Killer Arcade Games, and today I have some really exciting news for you guys. If you guys have watched my channel, you know I really like NBA Showtime. The problem is, NBA Showtime needs a lot of computer power. Or it used to need a lot of computing power. Now it really doesn't. I'm actually running this smoothly on a $150 computer, at least roughly $150 used computer that's inside this arcade 1-up cabinet that I've modded to look like a Blitz cabinet. So what's running right now is actually the Sports Station ROM, so it has NBA Showtime and NFL Blitz 2000 in one package. This is huge for me because I really like this game, and emulating it was really impossible before. In fact, I even considered building a $400 to $500 computer just to be able to play this game in this cabinet. I'm so glad I didn't do that. Now you may be asking, how on earth is this possible all of a sudden? MAME version .236 released, and it fixed a lot of the emulation problems, and it's so smooth now, I didn't even have to lower the resolution. And what I mean by that is, in the dip switch settings, in order to play it at like 90% speed before, I had to run it on the low res option. This is still running at the default medium res. It runs almost 100% smoothly. You'll get the occasional audio stutter here and there, but really the gameplay is full speed. Everything sounds and plays pretty well now. So what I thought I'd do in this video is actually play the game, show you how well it runs. So let's dive right into the gameplay now. Here we go. Alright, so first what I thought I'd do is show you guys how it ran on the old version of MAME I was using, and let me show you the dip switch settings. It's on low res. I had to really dumb it down. I went into the MAME settings, tried to slow down frame rate stuff. It's really pixelated. It just looks so bad. That's why I was very happy I didn't have to change this. This part used to get really rough. The more characters that show up, it gets slow. So the frame rate drops, the stuttering starts. So you can see everything's moving in kind of like slightly slow motion. It's playable, it's just not great. And it just feels like you're playing it probably about 90% speed, if I can guess. And it stutters like crazy. So, no one wants to see that. Let's go to the good version. Alright, on to the good version. This is my big box, which my list is looking much smaller now. I removed NFL Blitz, I removed Showtime because they're now in this one package. This is now going to become the game that is my default game that I launch to run in attract mode and all that. One tip I might give you is it does seem to stress the computer a little more, so it does get pretty warm inside the cabinet. If you haven't done the fan mod, where it's hardly a mod. I added a fan to the back of the cabinet. I have a video on that, I'll link to that in the description. But you may want to add a fan if you're going to run this game a lot. It does get pretty warm. Let's see. I have been running this game for probably, I think it's logged about 12 hours in attract mode, and between attract mode and gameplay since I started using it, so I've kind of stress tested the PC. No crashes, no overheating, anything like that. You probably can't hear it very well, but there is attract sound. Let me get closer so you can maybe hear it. I'll turn it up a little bit. So it's really low, but I like that because I don't like when these games go completely silent. I wish they'd occasionally come in with some sound and the attract volume be significantly lower. Speaking of that, my MK4, which runs the arcade board inside, I've seen certain arcade boards actually have an option for the attract volume being separate from the main volume. And I know my Hydro Thunder arcade, which is in my garage, has a separate attract volume, which is great. I would love for these games to be able to make noise but not be obnoxious while I'm just kind of hanging out in here. Anyway, so this one has a good option for that. Both Blitz and NBA Showtime do. I'm going to go ahead and just show you some gameplay, even though you saw some on the attract mode. You put your coins in or you press start, you're going to be able to choose Blitz 2000 or NBA Showtime, which is great. I'm going to pick Showtime. I'm going to turn the volume up. No stuttering. No more stuttering, no more slowdown. Let's pick a random team. We'll pick these guys. So, as you saw from the last recording, this part where all the players are introduced is where it usually slows down. So let's have a listen. No slowdowns, no stuttering. There is what sounds like some slight stuttering right there on that screen, that transition screen, but that's it. And you can see the gameplay is moving quite fast now, even though I'm terrible at getting threes. Look at the replay, it runs full speed now, no more stuttering. no nothing. Let me turn it up a little more. Here we go. There is one point where I know it does stutter a little bit. And actually, I'll demonstrate that by having a second player. That way I can pick on this player and steal the ball. I want to be on fire because every time you make a basket while on fire, it will have a slight audio glitch or stutter. See, it makes the announcer's voice stutter a little bit, but when you handle the ball and it has the smoke coming off of it... Oh, no, give me that ball. You can see the smoke trails are coming off of it. It works fine. And only a slight stutter there. I don't know what causes that. Now, keep in mind, if you are running this on a 4-player cabinet, I have found... Get out of here, man. I'm on fire. I have found that when you're on fire and you have multiple players, like 4 players on the screen at once, 4 real players, it seems to always slow the game down a little more, but I don't have 4 players, so I can't really test that. So what I'm going to do now really quickly is just show you the service menus, which work. They did not work very well in the old MAME versions I was running. Blitz 2000 had a lot of problems in the menu. They do have separate menus per game, by the way. But if you read here, it says you change adjustments in this menu. It's going to apply to both games for these 5 items right here. But you will have to change a few things separately. And if you care about the audits, which I always do because I'm a big nerd and I love arcade stuff, like my Hydro Thunder real arcade cabinet in the garage, I took pictures of all the old audit screens from when it was in service as a real arcade in use. And then I reset it so I know how much I've put on it. But anyway, I always like checking the audits, and it gives you an idea how long the computers have been running and how hard they've been working. NBA Showtime is the default boot up game, so it gets more uptime technically. 5 hours, 24 minutes for this one alone. Playtime was actually 18%. I've been playing this a decent amount instead of just letting it sit here. So it's cool that stuff works. I'm not going to go through all those menus. You can adjust your volume. You can adjust your attract volume, like I said. I love that. Can't get enough of that. Lots of adjustments in here. Let's see, game difficulty. I have it on super easy because these games tend to cheat like crazy. I do have something to talk about that on the... I don't have big head mode on permanently. Maybe I'll turn that on later. Anyway, let's exit to NFL. This doesn't always work, but looks like it actually did this time. Okay, so it did. But I do want to show you really quickly how the game transitions while playing it. So let me reboot it really quickly. And what'll happen is it'll boot into NBA. I'm going to play some Blitz just to show you how well it runs. It's actually had improvements on Blitz too. Blitz 2000 on this computer used to be a little stuttery at times. No more. It runs almost 100% smooth all the time. All right, let's see. Start. Now you get to pick your game. So in the real arcade, this transition takes a little longer, I've found, but on MAME it's a little bit faster. So it'll sit here, do this, and it looks like it crashed or something, but nope, it's back. It's almost like it switches inputs, and I think that's technically what the arcade's doing. I think it's married almost 2 PCBs together. If you look at the actual PCB, there's a couple boards that are stuck together. I don't know why I always pick Dallas. That's what I always pick anyway. I am going to customize because I want to put the fog on. I want to put smog on because that always was a lot. And then we're going to do I guess we'll do the dirt field, which always tend to cause some stuttering. I'll turn it up a little bit. All right, so the super smoggy fields always had stuttering. I guess the smog stressed the processor or something. All right. One thing I want to note is I have this set to super easy, and I don't believe, from my little bit of gameplay I've done on it, I feel like it's definitely not changing the difficulty. This no longer stutters, by the way. If you had this before, you know this screen always stuttered on this PC. Anyway, but I have it set to super easy, and I'm pretty certain it's still on medium technically, or whatever the default setting is, and it won't change. So maybe that'll be something they fix in a new version of MAME. Let's see. Burning up the field. Let's see if I can throw it to him again. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Nope, wrong guy. Oh, come on, interception. Well, you get it. The game works so much better now. The menu system on this one looks exactly like it looks on NBA Showtime. I highly recommend you check this out if you're a fan of either of these games. This is kind of like the ultimate... Now, forgive me, because I did play NBA Jam when it came out. I'm an old school fan of all that stuff, but this is the best version of these 2 franchises, I believe. NBA Showtime is the best version, and Blitz 2000 is the best version of that franchise. So when they married together in one big package, and it came out on MAME and it actually works. I'm so excited for that. So thank you to the MAME guys. Whoever figured out how to make this game emulate properly, I greatly appreciate it. So there's actually more to the story about this version of MAME. I'm actually going to wrap the video up and tell you guys a little bit more right now. So as you guys can see, it runs so much better now. It's truly amazing how well it's running. Let me apologize right now for the odd camera angles in this video. Both of these cabinets are hard to film because I'm, for one, taller than both of them. Blitz is in the corner, so I'm awkwardly in the shot. This is my light gun cabinet. This is my Carnival cabinet where I sawed the top off of an arcade 1-up cabinet, put a 32-inch TV on it. That way I can have a huge area to shoot and play with. When I do my light gun games, I did not want to have a light gun cabinet with a 17-inch monitor. Even a 19-inch is not enough. Anyway, I recently got the Send-In light guns. As some of you guys may know, I've had a lot of trouble emulating Carnival. It would always run smoothly, but you'd get audio stutters right and left here. I will say MAME 236 has actually solved a lot of those problems with Carnival too. Carnival isn't perfect still, but it's definitely better than it was, so I started running the newer version of MAME on here also. What I'm going to do is link to videos about both of these cabinets, because you may be finding this channel for the first time and you really don't know what any of this is. I'll link to videos on the Carnival cabinet and videos on the Blitz cabinet. Look for those in the description below. One last thing, I'm now debating, I love the look of the Blitz cabinet. I think it's a beautiful cabinet. I don't have any real plans to change the side art currently. I'm thinking about changing the marquee because I'm now going to run the Sports Station ROM by default. That's going to be the ROM that's launched when the game boots up and everything, you know, that's what it's going to show. And what's cool about that is the ROM actually goes between the two games' attract modes, so it is in a Blitz cabinet, but half the time it will be showing Blitz and attract mode, so that's really cool. But the question is, do I put new art on this cabinet? I know it seems crazy, it's just in this room and no one sees it but me. The only other thing I thought to do is maybe just change the side art on one side of the cabinet to say NBA Showtime and the other side will say Blitz, and change the marquee out. What I think I'm going to do for now, as far as I'm going to go for now, maybe, is just to put the new marquee graphic in. I can easily swap that in and out if I don't like it after a while. I can put the Blitz one back in. Definitely not changing the deck. The deck, I think, is just too perfect to change. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Should I mess with the cabinet or just leave it alone? So if you want to buy this computer, please check the link in the description. I highly recommend this computer. I've loved these computers for all my cabinets. I have 6 modded arcade 1-ups. All of them have that exact same PC inside. It's a budget price PC that will get you playing NBA Showtime smoothly. Check the link in the description. I'm going to leave you an option to buy it from Amazon and an option to get it from eBay. No matter which link you choose, you're pretty much not going to go wrong. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you found it helpful. I've been so excited to talk about this. Hopefully you guys are as excited about it as I am. I'm kind of nerding out over a new version of MAME, but it's really exciting for me because like I said, I was going to buy and build a new whole PC just to play that game. I even looked at buying an arcade cabinet, pulling the real board out and putting it inside that cabinet. I'm really glad I didn't go through all that expense because now I didn't spend any extra money and I'm running Showtime just fine. So if you did find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing for more arcade content. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.